Hello, and welcome back for a post-holiday bloat episode of Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM, The Long War. It's been a glorious day of feasting and recreation here at the old XCOM headquarters, and our troopers are lying around with their belts loosened, groaning, trying to ward off rapidly approaching food comas. Well, except for Lindsay Lohan and Mel Gibson. They are passed out on the couch, but for entirely different reasons, but I digress. I was talking about our celebration, and I have to say, much like our Thanksgiving event, our troopers really outdid themselves this time with the food. They put together an amazing holiday spread that included a full 7 courses. For the appetizer, we had Sean Penn, who prepared his signature dish, disadvantaged pigs in a blanket. It was quite scrumptious. Justin Scarecrow Bieber handled the soup course with a pot of his famous Bieber's Bayou Jambalaya, which was quite good as well. Lady Gaga's Garbanzo Bonanza Bean Salad filled the first entree spot. It was a touch off, but did have 17 different kinds of beans. Pretty impressive. It's a lot of different beans. For the main course, Paris Hilton brought her double stuffed turkey, and trust me, you do not want to ask for the recipe on that one. Joss Whedon had his patented Jost character Jello for the dessert course, but everyone agreed with the recent demise of George Clooney that was in pretty damn poor taste. Fortunately, Megan Fox was able to save the day with a dish of her patented figgy pudding, which she had on standby, and probably prevented the dessert course from dissolving into just an outright brawl. And then, of course, there was the final course, which Lindsay All Day Lohan had been waiting anxiously all day for a chance to unveil her masterpiece. It was an aperitif, and I have to say, Lindsay really knocked it out of the park. There wasn't a single trooper in the barracks who didn't enjoy Lindsay Lohan's liter of pure grain alcohol. That's actually a trademark name, actually. Lindsay Lohan's liter of pure grain alcohol. Registered trademark, so violated at your risk. But all in all, it was a fantastic holiday. Everyone really enjoyed themselves, and I'm truly sorry that the holiday has to end, but such is the way of all good things. So it's time to head back to Mission Control, start scanning, and get a little bit of work done. Okay. Firestorm finished. Alright then. So we're getting some super aircraft porn here. Honestly, this would have probably made Tony Scott die had he not already been dead. I mean, this footage would have stopped his heart. This is the kind of aircraft porn that man lived for. Also, I mean, he lived to shoot dudes playing volleyball on the beach in jean shorts. That was his other passion. And never say that Top Gun wasn't the epitome of Tony Scott's career. It allowed him to bring his two passions together and dovetail quite nicely. That's all you got to say, by the way, Bradford, is that you feel we just leveled the playing field? You think that one fucking Firestorm brings things down to parity with the aliens? They have gigantic terror ships that take like 4,000 hits to bring down, but this Firestorm is the one thing that's going to level that field, huh? I can't wait for your performance evaluation, Bradford. I really can't. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, a couple tasks we're going to need to do then, since our Firestorm is online. We're going to head down to the hangar, and we need to give that thing a laser cannon. So, I hate to do it there, Sparrow. Oh, you actually have a kill. Do we have anyone who has a laser cannon that doesn't have a kill? Nope, we sure don't. So off you go, back to some avalanche missiles then for you, old Sparrow. We're going to give a real gun to Commander Banjo Thompson because, let's face it, no, I don't want to transfer him. Banjo is really the only person in this outfit that deserves to have a decent plane. He has more kills than anyone, almost more than any other 2 people combined. It's going to take him offline for a little while. I'm not actually too terribly concerned with that. And also, since we have another interceptor here in North America, old Shotgun Steinhoff is going to head down to South America, where we've recently experienced some nice coverage problems. So we'll just go ahead and get that taken care of. Not that he's going to be able to down any kind of UFO that comes over South America, but at the minimum, he will be able to fling a body at it, so we can leave it not entirely unmolested. Not entirely unmolested, by the way, a possible title for Lindsay Lohan's upcoming biography. I'm just saying, she got daddy issues. Anyway, to Mission Control then. Back to scanning. Delirium Afterburners complete. That's fantastic. That's going to give us increased intercept time on enemy aircraft. Better chances for a single plane to get the job done, so we don't have to risk having more than one damaged. Shaped armor, also complete. Excellent. That just means more health for our mech troopers. And given the way we've been playing lately, it's pretty well documented that as much armor as possible is a necessity for our mech troopers. They need as much health as they can get. Advanced pulse lasers. Excellent. I believe that unlocks the supercapacitors project. Yes, it does. Alright, so we're going to want to definitely do the supercapacitors project as fast as possible. The rest of these pulse weapons, I gotta say, I'm not really hugely enthused about completing any of those. Not really terribly concerned about it. That leaves us... electromagnetic pulse weapons is real tempting. That would give us the ECM weapon, which is an interceptor weapon, does really good damage. The problem is, that's going to mean a whole lot more missions. Any UFO we could splash is not going to get splashed. I'm thinking probably plasma weapons, because plasma weapons actually also unlock an interceptor weapon, or at least the research for an interceptor weapon. But advanced power armor is also very tempting. Lower requirements for one thing. For another thing, we could use some more armor for our troopers. Let's face it, I tend to get them shot a lot, and having a little extra health at their disposal wouldn't necessarily be the worst idea in the world. It's also the fastest. We're going to do advanced power armor because of the time factor. We're just going to start it, get that underway, Dr. V. And also kudos for your new relationship that you've worked out with your subordinates with regards to the Lady Juice inside the containment facility. I'm glad that you were able to find some volunteers for that particular duty. That's win-win right there, Dr. V. Solid managing. Solid managing. I'm really proud. Your skills as a supervisor really are developing well. So we have a project in the Foundry.
Here, but I have to admit, my team and I are most proud of the work we put into the Firestorm.
Oh, is that a fact? You know, I normally would say something negative to you in this capacity, Dr. Valen, something unpleasant or at least impolite at the minimum. But I'm not going to today, and I'll tell you why. Your team is basically a bunch of idiots and ne'er-do-wells, rakehells even, and also I think a few lower primates, like we have some orangutans down there that just wear hard hats. And your team consists of, let's face it, not the greatest engineers in the world. And yet you were still able to cobble together a functional alien spacecraft out of that. Which, given what I've given you to work with, is pretty impressive. Now, I'm not really pleased that it took you 1,000 years to get it finished. It took way too long. But you did get it done, despite having what I'm certain are actually some orangutans legitimately on your team. I honestly, also, I don't know how the hell you got those guys to actually wield a wrench. You have, I mean, if this whole XCOM thing falls apart, Dr. Shin, you do have a very viable alternate career opportunity in Hollywood as an animal trainer. I mean, Dunstan checks in. Can you imagine what you could have done with that film if you'd have had one of your patented trained monkeys on the scene? Shit would have won Jason Alexander a fucking Oscar, guaranteed. Alright, so anyway, we're going to do these supercapacitor projects. And I believe that's actually all we really wanted down here. Yeah, nothing else we need from...
already warmed up. I'll make sure to notify you as soon as production.
Yeah, you know what could be nice? That alloy shiv that it takes you like 20 days to build from scratch. If it could take you about that long to rebuild one from the parts we already have, that'd be really nice. This whole 42-day turnaround time on that, really unacceptable. I have to assume that this is the project that the orangutans are working on. This particular one right here. I'm not even sure you're overseeing them at all, or even offering them advice. I think you just turn them loose in a room with parts and some tools until it rolls back out. There's going to be monkey blood everywhere. That's just going to be a pain in the ass to clean up. Anyway, back to scanning then.
Excavation complete.
I wouldn't mind getting this ammo conservation project finished. It's quite useful and would be very good for our snipers, in fact. Back to scanning then. The only interesting part of this deal is 155 credits, and it's not that interesting. Also, South Africa, eat a dick. I'm not giving 2 engineers... I'm just throwing this out there to the world at large. If your offer involves 2 engineers, unless the other reward is a trooper or a fantastically huge sum of money, like the kind of money where I could just retire from XCOM and spend the rest of my life snorting blow off hookers' asses, don't even send it to me, because I'm just going to say no. I don't want engineers. I don't give a shit about them. I'm not trading anything for them.
Excavation complete.
Alright, so nice work on the hole, I guess, guys. That's nice to have that finished. Actually, nice work on the whole. Speaking of autobiographies we were talking about earlier, that's actually a possible title for the autobiography of Paris Hilton's plastic surgeon. He was ordered for some reconstructive surgery after a particularly violent film that Paris did with some gangbang action, and the surgical team really rallied behind him. They did a fine job, and they all said, "Nice work on the whole." So everyone agreed after it was finished. So Dr. Shekel, keep an eye out for that hitting stores this fall. Should be pretty good.
Contact detected.
All right, so no project finished, and we have a large UFO over China. Can we shoot it down? No. 2 laser cannon-equipped interceptors actually on 2 reasonable pilots. If I wasn't convinced that this was a terror mission, I actually would attempt to shoot this down. The problem is, we haven't had a terror mission in forever. I'm almost certain this is a terror mission, and terror ships are very, very difficult to bring down. Like, notoriously difficult to stop. They have way more health than your average large UFO. So we're just going to throw eggs at it, have him do his cursory meet and greet with the aliens, and then we're just going to let that land and do the terror mission.
Engage.
Alternatively, I suppose it could be an abduction mission or a UFO that's just going to land.
Approaching target
And
now. No
an abduction
here.
mission wouldn't be that bad. A landing UFO would be somewhat more problematic, but again, not insurmountable. So let's just see what happens here. We do want to keep an eye on that. I hope it doesn't. If it goes for a satellite, I'm going to be really pissed. Okay, so it's just an abduction mission. That's fine.
Commander, we've picked up
Looks like
multiple
we're headed to
requests
Hong
for
Kong.
assistance.
Moderate
Abductions
alien
in
activity.
progress are marked on the hologlobe.
And $90. That's actually... that's an easy mission. So I'm pretty excited about that, actually. A single large building that will require entry. Okay. So as a single large building, this actually would be probably a good opportunity to deploy a sniper. I'm definitely not sending 2 snipers, however. That's just stupid. I mean, I don't know who put together this roster, but whoever it was, they're fucking fired if they aren't fired already. Let's see what we've got available. What do we have in the leader department? I really would rather save Rihanna for something more important, but... Amanda Bynes is almost as good, and she'll be back in 2 days. Also, Hugh Real Steel Jackman will be back in a day, so we have other leaders. Penelope Dick Punch Cruz, also known as Penelope Raven Cruz. I'd prefer to not see her anywhere near combat, in all honesty. Jeff Goldblum is a flat-out joke. We don't have a whole lot of infantry troopers here. We've got Dane Cook and... is that it? Oh, we have Dane Cook and Jean-Claude Van Damme, and that's it for infantry, huh? Okay, then. Well, we probably are going to want to tool up a sniper, so let's get Rihanna, then. And as strange as this may sound, I actually might take Dane Cook and JCVD on this mission. If for no other reason than to just get him a little EXP. That loadout is actually exactly what we want. Nicely done, Rihanna. You're already prepared to go. Man, Rihanna was ready to lead this shit. She's getting it done. She's eager, ready, willing, able. All of those things. It's a shame she's not a better boxer, though. If she could learn to dodge a punch, she'd probably be doing a lot better in life. But I kid Rihanna just because, you know, there's nothing funny about domestic abuse. Just thinking about infantry options here. And you know what? I think I am going to take JCVD. And maybe, possibly, Dane Cook. We are still a little short on infantry. Largely, you know, because of Joss Whedon. But for Jean-Claude, Aegis Armor, of course the Slim Shady Memorial Slugslinger will be traveling along with him, as well as a scope and a laser sight. Let's get him sorted. We may revisit the Dane Cook issue at a later moment, which is what every casting agent since Good Luck Chuck has said when somebody has pitched them Dane Cook around a meeting table. They've said, you know, let's revisit the whole Dane Cook issue at a later time, and then they just cast someone else. I do want to scout. I don't really think pink is probably our best option. I'm gonna take Terry again. I could take Anna Big Gun's gun, actually. She's not good, but she's not bad. She has the worst aim ever. Do we have another scout? Anybody? Maggie Q, actually, is better, but Maggie Q is slow as shit. Skeet Ulrich, yeah, you can go die in a hole, which I have to assume is actually what Skeet Ulrich is currently doing at this very moment. So Red Brown is hurt. We got, okay, Matt Not Today Lauer back in the hospital. God, Matt Lauer loves his hospital. He must be doing fundraisers or something for the infirmary. So our assault trooper is probably going to be Dr. Worm. Yeah, because our other options are Sir Sidney and Jonathan Key Kwan, both of whom I'd prefer to reserve for a more important Duty. You know, I'm kind of getting too good to use syndrome here with our assault troopers. Fuck it, we're taking Mr. Tibbs. Damn Skippy, you'll take Mr. Tibbs! I'm Mr. Tibbs! I know, Mr. Sidney. That's Mr. Portier, rather. Sorry. That's why I called you Mr. Tibbs, because, I mean, they call you Mr. Tibbs. You don't call me Mr. Tibbs henceforth from here on out. If you ever refer to me as Sir Sidney again, I swear to Christ, I'll slap every tooth out of your head! Well then, Sir Sidney, oh shit, and insert sounds of Sir Sidney Portier kicking the shit out of a helpless victim. And then cut back to Sir Sidney grinning over my lifeless corpse. Anyway, breaching ammo in the event of Muton Berserker, little arc thrower there. I get carried away with the Sir Sidney thing. I really like doing the Sir Sidney voice. Really do. I really like it. Probably don't need the living embodiment of the Sun God Ra on this mission when it comes to Scout, and fuck it, I'm taking Terror Reed. This is all the proof you ever need, folks, that I don't like myself. I mean, if you ever go, man, you know, that guy, does he have self-esteem issues? This right here confirms it. I don't like myself at all. And I am literally just an absolute glutton for punishment. At every opportunity, I'm only happy when it rains. Let's just like garbage. Pour your misery down on me. Give me all the Terror Reeds, please. All of them. I've sat through Sharknado 2, the second one, once. Fuck it, I'll sit through it a second time. I mean, every good sequel deserves a second look, which means that Sharknado 2 should never be seen by more than once. Just fuck me. It makes the first one look like a masterpiece. I mean, I gotta go, they were going for like a disaster artist kind of thing, and they may have overshot, actually. Anyway, infantry, sniper, assault, scout, probably gonna want to take a medic. In the event of critical wounds, which, let's face it, when I'm at the helm, pretty likely, John Rat Leguizamo will be fine in that capacity. Phalanx armor for Rat, because we're going to try and keep him a little further from the action. He's going to get a laser rifle to help out with his shitty aim, and then we'll call him Sorted. And that's got all our baseline. Now we need a gunner still. Who do we want to take? This is actually a little bit of a difficult choice. You know what? Take Catherine Zeta-Jones, but she slides sexily beneath the lasers, and given her sexy laser sliding abilities, it seems like she would be much better suited to an Exalt mission, since they're the only people that still shoot at us with lasers. I think we'll take Nicki Minaj. When in doubt, I mean, drop a train on him, and the closest thing we have to a train is Nicki Minaj's ass, so let's drop that on him. Let's give Nikki Aegis armor. Gonna give her, of course, her Gauss machine gun. Gonna be a scope and an alloy bipod. Will complete Nikki's kit. And I give Nicki Minaj here a lot of shit, mostly because I think she's a terrible, terrible musician. But she actually has done pretty good work for us. I can't really complain about Nikki's performance in any of the missions we've taken her on. She's been reasonably solid, in all truthfulness. Jesse Tool Pusher James is back on duty, but the last time we took the Tool Pusher on an abduction mission, I believe he got punched into a pile of puddly pink pudding that was just laying on the ground, and that was despite the fact that he had a wall between himself and the enemy. So if he can get pulverized through a wall, we probably should keep him away from any kind of modicum of danger. Let's take Kristen 1,000 Yard Stewart instead. Mostly we might need some scenery destruction, and as I've said many, many times, when it comes to chewing scenery, there's no one I trust more than Kristen Stewart. Also, her steely-eyed, vacant stare demoralizes even the most stalwart of enemies. Staring into that hollow, bottomless pit that lies inside her skull really is... I mean, it's facing mortality. It is looking upon the face of death. When you gaze in Kristen Stewart's eyes, you can see the oblivion that awaits you once your life is over. And it's frankly terrifying. Mech Trooper for our last unit. Probably going to be Charlie Hunnam. Yeah, why not? I think we'll get old Raleigh. We can throw Raleigh in here. I don't care if you can drift by yourself, Raleigh. You don't impress me much like a Shania Twain song. Then again, I'm pretty jaded. Not a whole lot impresses me much. That Shania Twain song might as well be my anthem. So railgun, grenade launcher, flamethrower, alloy built, weapon gyros. Charlie Hunnam is locked, ready to low. It's a shame we don't have a Miko to run co-pilot with him, because, no, let's face it, the only interesting character in that movie, with the exception of Idris Elba, that guy's hard, but with the exception of Idris Elba, Miko, clearly the only interesting character in Pacific Rim, and really should have been the focus of the movie. I feel it would have been a much better film had she been the main character, and Charlie Raleigh Beckett had just been sort of an also-ran. I think he's much more sidekick material than protagonist. Anyway,
We're heading into China for the next operation.
Wow, I don't think we've ever played this map when it wasn't an Exalt mission.
Every day. We've got reports coming in of attacks in broad
Not that I'm
daylight.
displeased. I actually like
We're
this
the only
map. It
ones
has
who can
good
respond
cover
to this
options
threat,
and whatnot,
so we
and
should
it's
get
especially
down there.
fine if you can destroy cover, which we have a tendency to do. So no objections about fighting on this map. I actually quite like it. Just surprised is all. Last abduction mission was on the laundromat, and I have had a double ass full of that fucking map. Again, double ass full. Also, another Paris Hilton reference there. She just completed filming of Double Asshole, and spoilers in the movie. You know, in that she gets a double assful. It's pretty much exactly what's written on the tin, folks. That's what you get when you go for the Paris Hilton style discourse. Tara Reid, I know you don't have a battle scanner, because why would you ever have anything useful, good, productive, positive? You are awful. I can't say anything good about you at all.
Roger.
I hate you so much, Tara Reid. So we're going to throw a battle scanner out here just to make sure this area is clear, and if so, we'll probably advance up this way towards the side of this building. Surprisingly, no pod there, which is pretty unusual. That means there's almost guaranteed to be a pod there, and also, well, there's a meld canister. Alright, well, we know our flank is clear. Let's have... Well, if we do that, though, he's going to be in a bad spot. Where's Rihanna? Alright, let's have Crater establish a base of fire. So we are going to have... I hate that that's a dash. You know what, Tara Reid? I'm dithering, and bad things always happen when I do this. Alright, Tara Reid, just go spawn a pod.
Alien object in sight.
No pod. Where the hell are the enemies? Alright, so nothing down this alley, nothing down this alley, and we have an opportunity for a meld canister. Do I go deeper with Tara Reid? Not sure Tara Reid has deeper. I think she's pretty much exactly as she appears on the surface.
I'm on the move.
Tara Reid is not an ogre. She does not have layers. And Tara Reid's suddenly in a terrible position, actually, because she's probably going to get to swallow a grenade. And that grenade is likely going to explode the car she is next to. Then again, it's fucking Tara Reid, so... My whole situation immediately becomes, I don't care, because I don't care if Tara Reid dies. I really, really don't. So, of course, Jean-Claude Van Damme, bringing in everything he can to make sure that Tara Reid survives, going the extra mile to ensure the safety of Tara Reid. Now, Rihanna has no cover, but does have some good shots, and she could do a real number. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have Rihanna double tap that cyber disc. This will not kill it unless she gets some amazingly lucky criticals, which I don't expect. Also, Rihanna did not double tap for some reason. Okay.
I'm on it, Commander.
Alright then, I actually wasn't expecting that. I thought Rihanna would be able to get the double tap off. And my goal was to double tap it and try and draw those drones back, but clearly that plan is fucksore. So, let's just kill some shit then, I suppose. When all else fails, kill some shit is usually at least a reasonable plan. So Sydney, why don't you just dash? I was going to say, if Crater could take a shot, I was actually going to have her take a shot, but she can't. So we're going to dash her to full cover and make this the most tempting grenade target of all time for any Cyberdisc we've ever faced. Fortunately, I don't think he's actually going to be able to get into range with a single move. He'd have to double move. Boy, it would be a tragedy if you threw a grenade at Tara Reid. That'd be the worst thing ever, Mr. Cyberdisc. Please, please don't toss her in that briar patch. Somebody's on Overwatch? Oh, Kristen Stewart. Missed there, and no surprise.
Adjusting aim.
Oh no, Peter Rabbit, please don't throw me in that briar patch. Oh no, Tara Reid. That's it?
Thing's gonna blow.
That's the fucking best you could do, Cyberdisc? Fuck you, Cyberdisk. Fuck you. Seriously. Alright. That's how you want to play it? Fine.
Okay.
You're gonna fucking get killed by Tara Reid. Yeah, that's right. This is the thing every other alien unit in the world is going to make fun of you forever. Now, granted, your forever is going to be pretty short because Tara Reid's going to kill you. But still, you're going to get made fun of forever. You're going to get killed. Oh, you didn't get killed by Tara Reid. Alright, never mind. The rest of Team Alien. Maybe they'll... just forget I said anything. You're going to get killed by Rihanna, and that's way less humiliating, actually, because she's pretty good. So there we go. And now Rihanna's going to have double tap available for some reason.
If we attempted to retrieve those canisters rather than destroy them.
I did, Dr. V. We emptied that before I blew it up. Just
Heading there now.
throwing that out there, actually. You know, before we move any other troopers here, I really should probably deploy a battle scanner so that we can have those Seekers. There were 2, I think, that are running around somewhere. We should probably try and find those guys.
Eyes open.
Okay. So they're the most invisible Seekers of all time. Sir Sidney, why don't you step away from that vehicle?
Good to go.
What is this, racial profiling? Are you trying to tell me about pulling me over? What did Sir Sidney do? I was driving just fine, well within the speed limit. It's nothing like that, Sir Sidney. That car's about to explode, and I'd prefer you not be hurt. Please don't hurt me, Sidney. Please don't hurt me.
I'm on it.
So, what do you have a shot at? Oh, well, kill that drone, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj can't miss. Which, if you've ever heard Nicki Minaj's music, you know is patently untrue, but
I'm on it.
Nicki Minaj frequently misses with pretty much every song.
Got it covered.
I'm guessing one of those Seekers is gonna make a play for Tara Reid. Or some floaters are gonna come over and scare Charlie Hunnam into firing wildly through a shop window. Not sure what that was all about.
They're moving to flank me.
There's a Seeker right there.
Moving around the side. Flank me.
So, Kristen Stewart, not your greatest shot in the world, but it's a hit, Kristen, so I'll take it.
Cover the flanks.
So, going for the strangle? Yeah. Nope, actually taking a shot. You know, honestly, I think you probably would have been better off with the strangle. I think it might have been more dangerous. Now, I do want to make sure there's no heavy floaters in this pod. I saw one guy fly high who had a lot of health, but he's not a heavy floater, just an elite. That's okay. So we're going to take
Moving out.
Tara Reid up for a flank shot. I don't even like seeing Tara Reid succeed. I mean, seriously, she did walk up and get a kill, but I don't even like seeing that happen. I really don't. Well, Leguizamo, he shot you. Why don't you shoot him back? I mean, turnabout's fair play. Nice critical, actually, by the way.
Target disabled.
So, Nicki Minaj, High Flyer is all yours. Good shooting, Nicki. Good
Target's
shooting.
still up.
Oh, well, really?
Good to go.
I'm gonna hold off on JCVD. Can't see that guy. Okay, that's sure. Whatever. It is what it is, I suppose. Well, actually, I say it is what it is, but what it is fucking bad. That's bad. We're gonna get rid of some cover. Not that floaters, I think, can even take advantage of cover because they're flyers. Also, 7 damage, and we're gonna make Charlie a target. Our goal is to have the enemies try and focus a little fire on him.
Down.
So Sydney's going to activate some run and gun. He's going to dash to this corner and finish off one of those 2. Got a flank shot there. Going to take that one.
Dead and gone.
That's right, he's dead and gone. When Sir Sydney puts your ass in the ground, you stay in the ground.
Okay.
I really like doing the Sidney Poitier voice. I really do. So 41% at the Sky unit, which is terrible. What have you got? 60%? That's also bad, Rihanna. Seriously, what's up, guys? Come on. That guy must have some kind of defensive perk, I'm assuming. Jean-Claude Van Damme's going to go on Overwatch. Kristen Stewart really actually needs to reload. So, Kristen Stewart, our most vulnerable trooper here. Fortunately, the aliens are taking the sucker's gambit and shooting at the nigh invulnerable Charlie Hunnam. JCVD going to close that guy out. Yeah. So Jean-Claude getting it done on Overwatch, which is good because that's his fucking job. It's nice to have someone who will do their goddamn job for a change. Charlie Hunnam taking a little more damage, but with his new shaped armor, Charlie Hunnam is in no danger. This suit clearly a dramatic upgrade over Gypsy Danger, which, let's face it, was subpar at best. Gypsy Danger was not a fantastic piece of fighting machinery. None of the aliens are on Overwatch, so Sir Sidney's almost guaranteed a kill here. And you could be saying, hey, Tara Reid could also take that kill, but you'd be forgetting our "fuck Tara Reid forever" motto. And also, what the shit, Sir Sidney? That was a 94% shot. Don't you give me any shit, boy. Why, I was kicking ass before you were an inch in your daddy's pants. Occasionally, these old eyes of mine don't work quite so well. You'll have to cut a chap some slack. Nicki Minaj finally executing her mandate by doing what it is we hired her to do, which is kill bitches.
Ready to rock.
Now, specifically, Nicki does like to kill bitches, but there's really only one bitch she wants to kill, and I gotta say, currently, that's Jennifer Geely Lopez. Nicki actually recently composing a very harsh diss track with regards to Miss Lopez for sort of horning in on her shtick. Jennifer Lopez has got a whole big booty thing going, and I think it's pretty clear that Nicki Minaj had previously established the fact that songs in the big booty genre were pretty much her exclusive rights. I mean, really, nobody else is allowed to take advantage of the whole big booty thing. That's her bit, man. She doesn't want to see anybody horning in on that action. It's going to be up to JCVD to actually close out this flying alien, who's now holo-targeted, so JC should have a pretty good hit percent. That's still real bad, JC. But I shouldn't have doubted you, because we've learned that your active shots are fearsomely effective. Your Overwatch shots frequently questionable, JC, but your active shots have been good in every respect. Tara Reid's going to mind fray this guy. Not necessarily the greatest use of her talent, but she doesn't have a particular talent to speak of, so any use one can get of Tara Reid at all really is best use of her talents, simply because her talents are so meager.
Rolling out.
We're just going to double move with Rad. That guy should be able to hit nothing. I don't even think he'd be able to hit his own ball bag with his dick. Not that he would have one, because one, he's an alien, two, he may not be male. I'm not even sure that aliens are gendered, to be perfectly honest with you. I would like to get the kill with Jean-Claude Van Damme if possible. Just lesser experienced troopers, I'm going to tend to try and favor them when I can. Hey, Tara Reid, there's some Overwatch. Look out, Tara Reid, don't get shot in the face, that'd be awful. Also, you almost got Charlie Hunnam shot. Seriously, the curse of Tara Reid is real. Even when aliens are shooting at her, they're still hitting other troopers. God damn, I hate you, Tara Reid, so much. I hate you so much.
I'm out of firepower.
Yeah, also you flushed him out of line of sight. Just pointing that out. That's poorly done, Tara. Thank you for failing in a direction we never considered. Also, you didn't move that guy at all. Fuck it. It's going to be a little flamethrower here for Charlie Hunnam. Which, okay, I was going to say somehow didn't hit, but apparently it did.
Mission accomplished.
And that's Operation Patient Palace taken care of. Patient Palace, actually the name of the Chinese restaurant down the street from my place. They, great food, but their service is fucking terrible. It takes forever to get your meal at Patient Palace. And while it does take forever, though, I gotta say, it's worth the wait. So, patience really their virtue. I mean, it's the name of the joint, and they take it to heart. It's more than just a name for them. It's a way of life. Megan Fox back on duty, and Tony Scott disappointed that this is not a Firestorm, and also doubly disappointed that there is no Tom Cruise or Val Kilmer in jean shorts playing volleyball. I have no idea what Dr. Shin said. Honestly, I don't care. Jean-Claude Van Damme earning a promotion. Well-deserved, actually, for JCVD. He's probably going to get suppression. Tactical Sense is actually very interesting, but I do like suppression on these guys. I'm going to look at the bonuses. I do like suppression on my infantry guys, though, because they can fire and then still suppress. And I think suppression has an aim bonus. Mobility bonus, actually, which is good. John Claude, honestly, could use it. Tactical Sense also has a mobility bonus, however. Would make him harder to hit. His defense is kind of low. Speed is more important, I feel, than defense. I would rather have him be able to move out of line of sight or just get away from the enemy as opposed to being more difficult to hit. So we're going to go with that. Also, I prefer suppression to Tactical Sense anyway. I think it's better. And that's got Jean-Claude sorted. And Rihanna Fenty finally achieving maximum rank. Thank you. We actually now have one good sniper. In the zone is... It's fucking amazing. It's easily the best ability in the game. It's fantastic. It is unparalleled in any respect. It is the best ability in the game. That being said, I'm not going to take it. Because my snipers don't move. They're never going to get flank shots. They're almost never going to be shooting at units that aren't in cover. Or if they are shooting at units that aren't in cover, it's going to be shit like cyber discs and whatnot that in the zone won't activate against. So I'm just taking double tap. For my playstyle, I'm not saying that double tap is the better ability, although for snipers I actually think it's a very tight race which one is more useful. But for the way I play snipers, double tap is definitely going to get me more damage than in the zone will. In the zone on the scout, fucking amazing. Absolutely astounding. You should never even consider another ability. But I digress. That's our promotions taken care of. Tara Reid, the curse is real. Never forget. She almost got Charlie Hunnam shot in the face. Some stuff. Nothing too remarkable. Actually, 10 meld. I take that back. 10 meld actually is quite remarkable. We need meld quite badly, and it's good to see a supply coming in. Also, decreased panic in China, got $90.
We will be in touch, Commander.
One thing I want to do before I
Thanks to the aliens, our engineering team has managed to negate billions of dollars in traditional aerospace development.
Is that a
with
fact?
Single ship.
I don't know how much a credit is actually worth. I'm assuming that one XCOM, whatever these are called, mega credits or whatever, is actually a significant amount of money. And we spent a ton of them to build that Firestorm, so your whole assertion that we've saved billions of dollars of taxpayer money, not necessarily sure I'm on board with that. I don't think that's necessarily true. Also, why could you sell the hyperwave beacon? That's just fucking stupid. That should not be saleable. Anyway, I came down here for a specific reason, and that was to sell some Seeker Rex and get some cash. So, here we go. We got way too many Seeker Rex.
I think we can take them.
I have no idea what Bradford is talking about. I have to assume that Bradford has broken into the mess hall and single-handedly cleaned up all the remaining shots of Lindsay Lohan's liter of pure grain alcohol. I think he's been getting into the booze again. 273 credits, and with that done, I one other item on my list. I want to take a look at our covert operation. We're going to do an intel scan for 50 of those credits, because fuck Exalt forever. Also, the sooner I can find and rat these sons of bitches out, the sooner I never have to think about them again. So we're just going to scan.
Complete.
Alright, we've got a cell in Canada.
Confirmed.
So we're going to guarantee ourselves a mission that we're going to despise within the next 6 days by sending a covert operative. And honestly, I'm very, very seriously considering sending Jaden Smith as that operative. Very seriously considering it. But I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to send John Flansburgh. One, because he's shitty. But he does have run and gun. So, yeah, I'm actually sending John Flansburgh. We're going to give Flansburgh a laser pistol, breaching ammo or shredder ammo. I think not.
We're really coming down to the wire now.
Yeah, keep talking, Bradford. I know you're drunk and you're on duty. I'm going to totally have your ass fucking court-martialed for that, by the way. So don't think you're going to get out of anything. Alien grenade, and we've learned our lesson with regards to the operative carrying a med kit, since we don't have a medic rather, on our missions ever. So, Flansburgh, congratulations, you've been promoted to Jack Bauer. You're going to get it done for us on this mission. So, I just want to double check his loadout. Yeah, it's good. All right. So there we go. That's John Dr. Worm Flansburgh, deployed to Canada to help thwart the Exalt menace, which we'll appreciate greatly. And with old Dr. Worm on his way to possibly Constantinople. Who knows? Actually, he's going to Canada. There's no Constantinople or Istanbul in Canada, so regardless of whether they change the name or not, he shouldn't be confused. Canada, John. You're going to Canada. But with him on his way, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, please drop a like down in the comments section. Your support does really mean a lot to us on these episodes. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. We'll see you again soon.